Beyond Clueless is an incredibly comprehensive visual essay on the modern teen movie. It pulls together archival footage of over 200 of these films that include She's All That, Clueless, The Craft, all the way up to Mean Girls. This is a great in-depth analysis into what is probably one of the most popular genre trends within the last 2 decades of film.
Night and Day, a neon art installation that reads, "Everything is going to be all right," looms over Vancouver's Chinatown. And while many of the older generation remain, the new generation is moving into other areas in the city. Julia Kwan, the Sundance Award-winning director for her fiction film Even the Firehorse, makes her documentary debut with this film, a heartwarming and cinematically poetic ode to a community in transition.
Four Letters Apart is an absolute inspirational story, and you have to watch out for Marino doing his interpretation of Beat It by Michael Jackson, and it's worth seeing just for that scene. And these remarkable kids with ADHD, they're having their struggles, and the portrait of these children is truly remarkable.
There is no more serious a crisis in the world than what is happening in Syria right now. And Red Lines is the film that you need to see. We've seen a lot of news coverage about the al-Assad's oppression of the people, but you see very seldom two people who take it upon themselves to truly try and change the world. Red Lines is very bold. It is graphic at times, but it is, I think, one of the most inspiring films this year to show you exactly not only how a revolution is executed, but how we all as citizens could take a lesson from really believing what you say and trying to make a difference in the world.
I've seen The Unicorn as a real gem of a film in that it wears its heart on its sleeve. It's about the tiny island nation of Mauritius, and we follow Alvino Roy, a young boy who comes from a long line of fishermen but dreams of becoming a champion jockey. But really at the core of this film is a layered and lyrical portrait of Mauritius, a kind of love poem to the nation that really captures the spirit and optimism of its people.
With the recent passing of Nelson Mandela, I think that Shield and Spear is an excellent film to see. The film follows some of South Africa's top artists, musicians, performers, and fashion designers as they begin to tackle issues of homophobia, freedom of speech, race, youth issues, while also finding ways to strengthen their communities. This film is beautifully shot and gives an entertaining and comprehensive look at artists working in South Africa today.
Mad as Hell is a documentary about Cenk Uygur, who is the head of the most popular online news show called The Young Turks. It talks about the moment in time when news moved from being a television thing and a print media thing to being an online thing. It's really dealing with some really interesting contemporary issues about how we look at the rest of the world and how immediate technology affects how we get our news source.